of AI,
Yeah.
let's get into it.
Let's dive, baby.
Let's talk about giants, the Nephilim.
Yes, my favorite topic.
It's our favorite topic too, honestly. And I don't feel like we talk enough about it.
We talk a lot about it, but I don't think it's enough for us or for the audience. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So I was listening to this guy. Do you know who Dr. Chuck Missler?
Yeah.
Chuck
Missler's huge.
I asked Nate Henry from Blurry about him. And he's like, he's like the grandfather of Nephilim talk. He
really
passed away in, I think, 2009.
Oh, bummer.
But dude, he was talking about it, all the UFO, Nephilim connections, like way back in the day.
He's a believer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I listened to one of his his seminars.
Lectures.
Yeah. On Spotify. And it was called Return of the Nephilim. And that came out in 2002. And dude, he was already talking about like the UFOs and like it's gonna like there's gonna be more disclosure and like all this stuff, and you're just like, this is wild.
Yeah.
But some fun stuff that I heard about when he was talking, I never knew this, but he said that supposedly, I don't know, it probably wasn't all Native Americans, but when they held up their hand, they said how, you know, like the Peter Pan, you know, he said that they did that because they feared the 6-finger man.
Whoa.
So like the Nephilim, the 6 fingers, 6 toes. And so they raised their hand and said how, and the other person was supposed to raise their hand to see if they had 6 fingers.
Is the 6 fingers a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I guess I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow.
6 fingers, 6 toes on each hand. So 12.
Strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just like me, just like them taking like way too long. I'm just like,
yeah.
Stop moving.
So what are you thinking about all this alien stuff going on?
Yeah, we were talking about probably some of his work back in like 2002, 2003. I remember my buddy Jason Broom, who is now like a showrunner, all that kind of stuff. But he kind of discipled me when I was new to the faith, and he brought me a book about like the Nephilim and the Bible and this being an explanation for aliens.
Yeah.
And so we were having these conversations a long time ago. So I think it's the most logical conclusion to it. The part I wrestle with is, it seems like around the time of Noah that they were supposed to be killed off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then they
flood. That was the whole point of the flood.
Yeah. Then they pop up later, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What's going on? So then I started thinking, well, maybe the physical beings, the bodies died, or something. Yeah. And then now their spirits are in a different realm, and so what we're dealing with isn't physical beings. We're dealing with a different dimension of these spirits.
That can enter our dimension.
That can enter our dimensions, yeah.
Have you read the Book of Enoch at all?
I've read parts of it. I haven't sat through the whole thing.
Because that's what it talks about, right? It'll forever roam Earth forever?
Yeah, so I mean, that's the how they explain evil spirits and demons is that it's the spirit of the Nephilim. So they died and they became these wandering spirits that are always hungry, always thirsty. But we've dived into this topic of like, after the flood, it does seem like, I mean, because you read like the Exodus and Joshua, like they encountered giants, but there's stories from like Mexico, like the Aztecs, of just like these giants, the story of these giants, they actually escaped the flood by either underground tunnels or building the pyramids in like the Aztec pyramids and stuff. So it's interesting. It's like,
and it says like Noah was the only one who's righteous. I'm trying to go right now to like the original word for righteous and like what it's referencing, but if there was like a purity implied, and again, this is speculation right now. Like
that's not even speculation. Like there's a translation that just said that Noah was without fault. And it's basically talking about it's from the beginning, like
blameless, right? The word righteous means blameless, I think, in the original Greek.
So like the whole seed wars, like evil trying to corrupt man's seed with this whole Nephilim race and whatnot. And it's like we talked about a lot about when Christ talks about his return of it'll be like the days of Noah, and like what did he fully mean by that? And I'm fully convinced that it's going to be like the days of Noah, which is the Nephilim, all the weird stuff that's going to start appearing again.
The stuff that in Noah's day was physical, but in our days is transitioning from the spiritual realm into the physical realm, that there's a spirit in the air. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but the spirit becomes more and more pervasive. And then it's physically breaking into our realm through all of the recent sightings and videos coming out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense of just like how strategic the enemy is. Like they're going to know the culture. They're going to know the ins and outs and the weak spots and stuff. So it makes you wonder, like, do their war strategies change throughout time as humans progress?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm not a doctor.
I ain't no doctor.
Please.
So we should get our doctorate just so we can call ourselves doctors.
Dude, I would make everyone call me doctor.
No, what you got to do is get an honorary doctorate.
There you go.
And then just flaunt the title anyway.
Yeah, Denzel's got like 15 of them, I think.
Does he?
Yeah, because he speaks at like every graduation of like every college, and they're like, hey, you're an honorary doctor now.
Dr. Washington.
Yeah, dude. Denzel's